Hi, I'm Dennis Moreland with Dennis Moreland Tack, and today we're at Chris and Sarah Dawson's at Perrin, Texas, and Chris is going to show us how he is so soft with his hands and how he uses his feet and his reins together. Chris?
Well, Dennis, I see a lot of people, when they want to move their horse around, they get to geeing and hawing and just being real active with their hands, and dadgummit tells them judges, you know, horses will tell on you to them judges a lot, and they'll open their mouth and do all kinds of things. So I want to make sure that horse has time to respond to my hands, and I just use my hands as a direction. As far as I like to send this horse one direction, and then I'm going to use my feet to follow up and send that horse to where I've directed him with my hands, instead of trying to force him there with my hands so much. You know, so I might send that horse, just direct him through this turn with that hand, and then ride him out the other side with my feet. And just direct him and send him with those feet. And direct him, send him with those feet. So I'm not trying to force his body through this turn so hard. I want to go in with my feet real slow. And so I want to start by just pressing my boot top against that horse's side. And then if I don't get a response, I'm going to add my calf and then follow that with the spur. And that'll teach that horse to move away. And then once he moves away, I want to make sure that I come back to my calf. I think that's a real important deal. A lot of people will put that spur on and move away and then just jerk everything away from them, and that horse will start looking for that release and falling back into that spur.
Chris, if the horse is real sensitive and you put your calf into him and he moves away, do you go to the spur or not?
Certainly not necessarily. If he moves away from...
if he's responding.
The horsemanship saying is that as much as necessary and as little as possible. So, like you say, I'll just press that boot top and then add my calf pressure and then go to that spur and get that horse to press away from that foot right there. So once again, when I am going to use my spur on a horse, I want to start with my boot top, add my calf pressure, and then add my spur. And then as that horse moves away, I want to remove the spur pressure, but maintain my calf pressure. So that horse doesn't just fall back away from that release of that spur. And that will teach him to move away from this leg without ever even having to put your spur on him. And if you have to spur, then there's your spur and there's your release. So another way I like to stay light with my hands is if I'm going to ask the horse to back up, I want to ask him with as little as pressure as possible. So as I pick the slack out of these reins, I want to get his feet moving to the softest touch possible. And hopefully that's going to translate when we get to going fast, that he knows that just a soft touch is going to make him bend his hocks.
Chris, thank you. I hope that's been helpful to our people that watch this and making their horses lighter and their hands lighter. I appreciate you having us. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis.
For more tips and to take a look at some of the country's finest handmade tack, log on to dmtack.com.